Next question. What is medical cannabis earth plant?
Земное растение.
From what planet? Is he from Earth? No.
No, where from? The spores were brought from another planet.
Привезены из другой планеты. Это как
Cosmic plant, so cosmic plant, it is not of earthly origin. For what purpose did this plant appear on earth to help people?
С какой целью это растение появилось на Земле?
помощь людям.
Helping people. This is helping people. Fine. How does this plant affect humans?
It has a strong effect on a person, but you don't know how to use it.
Please tell us what we don't know how to use, what we don't know about it.
Что мы о нем такого не знаем?
Release pain naturally. We know this for medicinal purposes.
В лечебных целях.
How does it work?
Да, это-
We know this too.
да. Вот,
We need information that we don't know about this plant. We know a lot about him. We know how it works, for example, on cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy, how it relaxes the nervous system, how people really recover. Why I'm asking?
Я почему спрашиваю?
Because
Я спрашиваю, потому что
I understand the usefulness of this plant for humans. I understand that this plant was given to humans from above,
это растение.
but it is so now.
Но его так сейчас
They
его
put up a sign for him a long time ago that this is a drug that kills people and so on. But we know that.
This plant also rejuvenates.
Here,
Поэтому
This plant rejuvenates the entire body at the cellular level, so it is hidden. Naturally, nobody needs this. This is a very strong plant.
да.
It can be added to all decoctions. It, when combined with other herbs, greatly enhances all decoctions, lotions, anything.
Все что угодно.
It enhances, increases penetration deep into the body, even if made with oil.
Глубоко в тело, даже если делается масло.
The body is smeared, the penetration is very deep, instantaneous, at the cellular level.
На клеточном уровне.
Мгм.
Therefore, this information is kept secret.
of course we know that.
Мы это знаем. А вот
Cleanses, rejuvenates, heals, aligns everything inside the body, creates conditions for
Создает условия для
immunity, strengthens the immune system and strengthens it. Cleanses. The greatest power is rejuvenation.
Rejuvenation.
Yes.
It's hidden. Taking this plant in any form, yes, I mean,
да, я имею в виду.
let's say leaves. You dried the leaves, brew it like tea.
Yes.
Yes? Yes. Add to decoctions. Add to medicines.
В лекарства.
Yes. Natural. Yes.
There is a special substance inside the stem. You can. They show how some kind of resin flows inside the stem.
Смола какая-то течет вот внутри стебля.
It is necessary to cut off the tip of the tongue.
На кончике просто языка.
Do not take how to suck the juice glass inside the stem, the most strength goes at all and
Да, внутри стебля самая сила идет.
Мгм.
Он весь
the whole flower, the whole plant has power.
имеет силу.
Strength.
Yes.
It's not for nothing.
The fastest help is inside the stem, but sometimes in microscopic doses.
Microdosing, right? Yes, like in a fly agaric. Yes,
Very small, just like the tip of the tongue.
on the tip of the tongue.
Yes.
Otherwise, now people will listen to us and start, that is, with a juicer.
Соковыжималкой выдал-
Squeeze out and drink in glasses.
Мгм.
That is a microdose.
It shouldn't be. Strong dose on.
On the contrary, it is.
It takes a person to the wrong place.
Мгм.
Everything must be dosed. At first, there was little cannabis of this plant, and it was calculated in such a concentration that it would be enough for a larger number of people.
Мгм.
Therefore, microdoses had to be used.
Мгм.
We began to artificially grow it large, on an industrial scale.
В промышленных масштабах.
Yes, it wasn't intended for that.
Мгм.
Well, during the times of the Soviet Union, growing on an industrial scale, the USSR was generally the first country in the world by volume of production of hemp clothing. From hemp, all military clothing was made from hemp in those days. This is no coincidence. Antibacterial properties, absolutely correct.
То есть это чуть ли не
The
самое-
soldiers who fought had no conditions. They were dirty for many days, so hemp disinfected people.
Мгм.
Strengthened biopolis, destroyed dirt, kept germs out, and protected people from infections. That's why these clothes were needed.
Мгм.
This information was given from above to the managers. They accepted it and used it.
Used as intended.
Мгм.
And now all this is being removed, with the goal of making people sick and contaminated. Because medicine production works. The more people get sick, the more.
The better for corporations.
Yes, corporations. They made a fraud of business.
Да.
Yes.
Yes, that's absolutely right.
Fine. How does cannabis act on the human nervous system?
Каннабис на нервную систему человека.
Soothes, cleanses, neutralizes, removes bad thoughts from the head, removes blocks very well, has a good effect.
Everything should be without fanaticism.
Без фанатизма.
What is the similarity of this plant with the fly agaric?
Какое сходство вот этого растения с мухомором?
They are very close, as I understand it, in their
По
impact.
своему воздействию.
The only difference is that the fly agaric works both the lower and upper worlds.
Мгм.
What about cannabis?
А каннабис? А каннабис?
Cannabis operates on a higher vibration.
On higher vibrations.
Мгм.
Yes, but it can also bring you down.
Of course,
But not as deep as the fly agaric goes.
Как мухомор, да?
It's clear.
Мгм. Понятно.
Muzzle progress to the lowest worlds. This is the difference. But an even bigger difference is that
Мгм.
fly agaric as a researcher, it examines the entire body. He reaches
to the core of the problem.
yes, to the core of the problem and spiritually. fulfills, as it were, a person's desire. If a person approaches him consciously, yes, that is, we can say that the fly agaric, unlike
Мухомор, в отличие от
Cannabis, he is more intelligent, you can say that he has consciousness, you can talk to him.
Сказать так. У него есть сознание, с ним можно разговаривать.
A person, accepting it, talks to him, communicates. And he goes where the person asks him to go. This is a more conscious cry. But this plant does not have a wide spectrum of action, that is, it is narrower.
Не широкого
понятно, да.
спектра действия, то есть
узкого действия.
более узкое.
Мгм.
Да.
Okay, we figured it out.
Разобрались мы.
How is medical cannabis different from regular cannabis? Or is it no different, just in name?
It is no different, it just depends on how everything is made and where it is grown.
Мгм.
Где выращено.
This is very important.
Growing technology, right?
Выращивание, да?
Yes, like growing. Everything, when in its natural form, is completely different information.
Мгм.
Yes.
When plants are grown artificially, they have the least potency.
Они имеют наименьшую силу.
Мгм.
That is, they are not that strong.
Не так сильны.
Так,
What are the consequences for a person?
человека,
Well, it's clear that if a person is a fanatic, there's some kind of overdose.
там, с
It's clear that there will be some kind of negative
фанатизмом,
impact.
передозировка какая-то, понятно, что это будет какое-то негативное воздействие.
And if within reason, then the negative consequences of taking a medicine, a plant,
Приема лекарства, растения.
it is not observed. No, there is no such thing, unless there are some special contraindications for a person there, for allergies there, this and so on. I, as a doctor, am starting to say bullshit.
Я уже как доктор начинаю говорить, елки-палки. Мгм.
How well does the oil work? It's already on sale now.
Как масло действует? Вот есть, сейчас уже продается.
In free access. It's called CBD oil. Hemp oil is medical.
Медицинская,
Regeneration.
регенерация.
It is taken under the tongue. Even for babies, a drop is dripped under the tongue.
Капается, и оно
Indeed,
действительно
this oil works as it is described.
его описывает.
Heals and regenerates tissue at the cellular level.
Мгм.
На клеточном уровне.
На клеточном уровне.
There are people who can safely use this medicine without fear.
Пользоваться.
Everything is clear in moderation as to how it affects a person.
Как действует на человека курительное?
Topic.
Да, с этого
Yes, from this plant we know that it grows there. They collect it, which means that it is then consumed by people who smoke and
дымят люди.
This is not what it was created for.
Not for this. But still, people, resin is dangerous.
Resin.
Мало
Why is it dangerous?
Dangerous. It clogs your lungs.
Мгм.
The cell membranes of the lungs are damaged. It's very sticky. She's viscous. It clogs up your lungs. This is a disease of the respiratory system.
It's clear, but it's not as harmful as, say, people smoking cigarettes, electronic cigarettes.
Сигареты,
It's not clear
электронные
what they're made of.
Понятно вообще, из чего сделано.
This plant is probably not much more dangerous than what people smoke every day when they buy it in stores.
The lungs quickly fail. They are not ready to receive this.
этого
Plants.
Мгм.
This is not what it was created for. It should not be allowed into the lungs.
Мгм.
Cell membranes curl into the lungs.
So okay, we figured out the lungs and how it affects the human brain when a person starts smoking.
Курить.
What happens to a person?
The human biofield is disrupted when a large flow of this
Мгм.
Когда большой поток идет этого.
big flow, big energy uses too much can blow your head off. Person at home fogs your mind.
Голову.
Человек
Там туманит разум.
Мгм.
Sveta, tell me, did you want to say something?
A person rises in vibration. A person is on low vibrations. A sharp jump in a person's vibrations makes him lose
теряет
control, your vigilance,
бдительность. Или
or vice
наоборот,
versa. Those who have high vibrations fall to lower vibrations.
Мгм.
Everything is individual.
Мгм.
Who is drawn where?
Мгм.
That is, again, the power of intention plays here. Let's say there.
очень индивидуально.
То есть опять-таки здесь играет сила намерения, допустим, там.
A man is reading a book and thinks about God, rolls a joint, and takes a puff.
Подумал там о Боге, забил косяк, пыхнул.
Yes, yes.
Да.
And it can work in his situation, it can work well.
Это может подействовать хорошо.
Yes?
Да.
Yes.
He can see something higher.
Something higher. That is, the power of intention plays a major role here, right?
Верно?
Yes.
В этой теме.
If people did it in doses,
Люди делали это дозированно.
Мгм.
И
and you need to do it gradually, exceed the dose, then they could.
постепенно превышать дозу, то они могли бы
Go to
выйти
higher worlds and see what they cannot see in ordinary life, but this is if.
то, что в обычной жизни не могут увидеть.
Мгм.
Но это если
High awareness of a person, and people usually do it unconsciously, it's clear they do it.
неосознанно они занимаются этим.
Понятно. Они занимаются.
Low vibrational people who take this plant just for a laugh, get what they want.
Растения в целях просто
Поржать.
посмеяться,
Мгм. Мгм.
получают то, что они хотят. На
Мгм.
что они
What they are ready for, they get at the moment.
Да.
Мгм.